Xiao Zheng traveled through a parallel world, only to discover that this world was about to be digitized. Countless monsters, zombies, giants, alien races, and behemoths emerge from the cracks in space, and the end of the world falls. At a critical moment, I discovered that I could view the life script of any creature. He looked at himself. Name: Xiao ZhengDestiny. Plain and unremarkable, white, fate. Ordinary person, white, life script. Dragon set 4, Doomsday Crazy Evolution, recent turning point. None. Tomorrow, while escaping from the male dormitory number 3, I was unfortunately bitten by a zombie infected with the zombie virus and turned into an ordinary zombie. I looked at my roommate again. Name: Zheng LeiDestiny. Eagle's eye and wolf's eye, gold, lower weight and upper weight, purple, fate. Dark red scholar, gold, life script. Supporting role of The Crazy Evolution of Doom, recent turning point. 15 minutes later, head to the rooftop distribution room of Boys Dormitory 3. Falun Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. 1. Global Dataization. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 1. Global Dataization. Am I traveling? Xiao Zheng said with a bewildered expression. Upon waking up, I traveled to this parallel world that was very similar to my previous life. I became a freshman at Donghai University of Finance and Economics. At this moment, I am tidying up my things in the dormitory. Suddenly, a cold and mechanical voice appeared in his mind. Warning! Warning! Blue Star will be fully digitized in 10 minutes. Space cracks will appear around the world, and all humans on Blue Star will be their targets. Blue Star humans, this is a test for you and an opportunity for your evolution. Giant beasts stand tall, demons are everywhere, mysteries abound, and there is a crisis of life and death at the same time. There will also be a large number of opportunities and resources, treasures of the world, where those with virtue reside, natural selection, survival of the fittest. Only those who survive can embark on the path of evolution. A year from now, the real crisis and test will come. Good luck to you all. Countdown. 600 seconds. What sound? Classmate, did you hear it? Did you hear it too? I thought I was hallucinating. Is it a school radio welcoming new students? It's really innovative. The 3 teenagers who were about to become roommates with Xiao Zheng also began to discuss. But only Xiao Zheng's face was somewhat ugly. In his past life, he was an old bookworm who had read thousands of online novels, and he had a bad feeling in his heart. He quickly took out his phone and opened his scarf. Mysterious voice reality. The end of the world is coming. Is it an April Fool's Day joke? I just heard a mysterious voice. I am from Black State Province, and I have also heard, me too, I'm in Jinzhou Province. I'm from Qinzhou Province. What's going on, sleeping slot? I just looked at Douyin, and many people said they heard that sound. I heard it too. Brother, what exactly is that voice? It shouldn't be true, right? Look at the headline news. There's an official coming forward. Xiao Zheng also quickly opened the headline news. Sure enough. Apart from headline news, even mainstream online promotional media such as Douyin, Weibo, and Tieba have been requisitioned by the authorities in a timely manner. A middle-aged man wearing a black suit and a Chinese-style face, seemingly calm, said. Audience friends, I just received many enthusiastic netizens' calls, saying that I heard an inexplicable voice. Please rest assured that it was just. Before he could finish speaking, he was stunned for a moment. Listening attentively to the sound coming from the earphones, my face suddenly changed. Compatriots. I just received the latest news. Apart from my own country, people from other countries around the world have also heard this voice. We have reason to believe that this is a life and death disaster that affects all humanity on a global scale. The official calls on all compatriots to stay at home as much as possible and wait for official rescue. Upon hearing the host's words, Xiao Zheng ordered himself to calm down. Just crossing, facing the end of the world. Is it really the end of the world? What should we do? Why don't we go find the teacher? What kind of teacher are we looking for? We're already adults. Why don't we go to the police? I just tried, but the line has been busy. A young man wearing glasses helped down the frame and said, I think we can go directly to the police station or military base or similar places. Good idea. I don't think so, another chubby man said, look outside, there are many people. A few people walked up to the window and looked out. I saw that the road outside was crowded with students and teachers running towards the outside. On the distant street, cars were even more crowded together. At this moment, no one is paying attention to the traffic rules anymore. Everyone wants to go home first or find a safe place. There are so many people lying in bed. It seems that the people who want to go to the police station or military base are not just us. Why don't we just wait here? Didn't the officials say they would send someone to save us? No one knows if that voice is true. There are only 5 minutes left. Xiao Zheng took a deep breath and pulled the bed with his back hand, causing it to shake. Xiao Zheng, what are you doing? Xiao Zheng kicked hard and knocked down the bed frame, pulling down one of the slightly thicker iron rods. That sound is very likely true, I think we should prepare weapons first. Yes. Weapons. Everyone, come and help. The three of them quickly ran over and hurriedly began to dismantle the bed frame. Unfortunately, there are no guns. I don't know what's going on with my parents. They just went back yesterday. My parents are in Qinzhou province, and they also took a plane back. If they had known the size, I wouldn't have come to Donghai. Xiao Zheng dismantled an iron pole that was about 1.5 meters long and about the thickness of his thumb, and it was quite easy to swing it twice. I think we. Xiao Zheng looked at his three roommates and wanted to say something, but suddenly froze. What's wrong? The fat man asked strangely. It's nothing. Xiao Zheng's eyes were a bit strange. He actually saw a light blue face frame above the fat man's head. Just like the attribute box in online games. Is this my golden finger? Name. Gao Bo, race. Blue star human, talent. None, fate. Plain and unusual, white, fate. Unknown, white, relationship. Normal, strength. Level 0, life script. Dragon Set 4, Doomsday Crazy Evolution, recent turning point. One day later, luckily, while rushing out of the male dormitory number 3, I found an abandoned ordinary bronze treasure chest in the 108 dormitory on the first floor and obtained a bronze level long sword from it. Xiao Zheng's mind changed rapidly, and after reviewing thousands of online novels he had read in his past life, he quickly figured out the use of his golden finger. The rest is very simple and easy to understand at a glance. Strangely, in terms of destiny, life script, and recent turning points. Destiny represents the future destiny of the goal. Something destined by fate. Fate represents the potential of a goal or certain aspects of talent. My destiny is ordinary, white, and unknown, destined to be just an ordinary person for a lifetime. This is in line with the storyline of The Apocalypse of Crazy Evolution, in life. Are those who stubbornly play tricks just plain and unremarkable? Fate is divided into 5 levels. White is the most ordinary, common among all beings, and ordinary people are at this level. Next, there are green, blue, purple, and the highest quality gold. Green may be some ordinary actors with a few lines. Blue represents a certain level of status and strength, similar to a small boss. Purple is already a supporting role, or a big boss. As for gold, it is the fate that the protagonist, the ultimate boss, the female protagonist, the second male lead, the second female lead, and so on are eligible to have. Is there a life script, the dragon set for, Crazy Doomsday Evolution? Does it mean that I have traveled to the world of a novel called, Crazy Doomsday Evolution? There is also a turning point in Gao Bo's life. Tomorrow, he will pick up a treasure chest in the boys' dormitory on the first floor and wield a bronze-level longsword. I knew about this in advance, if 2. Male number 2. Big Boss. Mythical level treasure chest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 2. Male number 2. Big Boss. Mythical level treasure chest. Xiao Zheng had an idea in his heart and didn't know what his attributes were. In silence, a light blue screen quickly appeared before my eyes. Name. Xiao Zheng, race. Blue star human, talent. None, fate. Plain and unusual, white, fate. Ordinary people, white, relationship. Normal, strength. Level 0, life script. Dragon set 4, Doomsday Crazy Evolution, recent turning point. None. Tomorrow, while escaping from the male dormitory number 3, I was unfortunately bitten by a zombie infected with the zombie virus and turned into an ordinary zombie. Sleeping slot. Xiao Zheng cursed inwardly. What is the situation? How could I be bitten to death by a zombie tomorrow? Do you want to be so naughty? Gaobo is also a trap, but at least he still has a turning point in his life. Can obtain a bronze-level long sword. Maybe there will be more people like A and B in the later stage. Did I really turn into a zombie? Calm down, the life script he is seeing now is the life script of Xiao Zheng in this world. Not his own life script. Since he has the golden finger of a life script, he can definitely change the future. With only 2 minutes left, he looked at the other two people. I hope to give myself some surprises. The first thing I saw was Wang Gang, who had a burly figure and slightly dark skin. When introducing himself, he said he came from the province of Black State and was very straightforward. Name. Wang Gang, race. Blue star human, talent. None, fate. Plain and unusual, white, fate. Reserve warrior, blue, relationship. Normal, strength. Level 0, life script. Dragon set 4, Doomsday Crazy Evolution, recent turning point. Tomorrow, while escaping from the male dormitory number 3, I saw a golden treasure chest of fate next to the garden outside the dormitory, from which I opened up a golden profession. War Knight. Reserve warrior. With reasonable training and experience, you will grow into a seasoned and qualified warrior. War Knight. A golden class that is entirely created for war. The more wars one experiences, the stronger they will become. They possess complete professional skills, knowledge, and the path to strength. They will also randomly obtain a piece of professional equipment. My destiny has changed. The Blue Destiny. Even among ordinary people, I can be considered an elite. But his recent turning point is that he actually has a golden-level treasure chest of fate. What is the treasure chest of fate? Is it what that voice called chance? It seems that there are still many secrets. Xiao Zheng murmured and looked at the last man with glasses. Name. Zheng Lei, race. Blue star human, talent. None, fate. Eagle's eye and wolf's eye, gold, lower coat and upper coat, purple, fate. Crimson scholar, gold, relationship. Familiarity, strength. Level 0, life script. Supporting role of Evolution of the Madness of Doom, recent turning point. 15 minutes later, I went to the rooftop distribution room of Boys Dormitory number 3 and obtained a mythological fate treasure chest, from which I opened up a mythological talent. Blood Banquet. Eagle looks at the wolf. One of the top destiny traits, like an eagle looking at things or a wolf looking back. He is gloomy and ruthless, cunning and calculating, and will do anything to achieve his goals. Lower and upper. One of the advanced destiny traits. Those who possess this destiny trait will never be weaker than others throughout their lives, and will not be subject to anyone's management or suppression. They can often replace it. Deep Red Scholar. With extreme research on blood, soul, and other aspects, unexpected powers can often be obtained. Bloody Feast. A mythological talent that can draw strength, life, and elemental power from the blood of any creature. It can rely on blood to fight. If blood doesn't dry, life won't die. This is. After seeing Zheng Lei's life script, Xiao Zheng took a deep breath. Supporting role. Lower and upper. The Golden Destiny Eagle looks at the wolf. Golden Fate, Dark Red Scholar. The most important thing is also the mythological talent. Blood Feast. Zheng Lei is the supporting role of the world. A dark red scholar plus a feast of blood. His future growth is limitless. However, Xiao Zheng stared fixedly at his destiny. Lower and upper. People with this destiny are highly feared by any ruler. These people are often rebels. It is difficult to subdue and suppress. Zheng Lei has a double golden life and destiny, as well as a fabulous talent. This talent is a supporting role. Either the second male lead or one of the ultimate bosses. I just don't know how strong the real protagonist should be. He pursed his lips and looked back at his recent turning point. Breathing begins to accelerate. 15 minutes later, head to the back of the rooftop distribution room in Boys Dormitory number 3 and obtain a mythical fate treasure chest, from which a mythical talent, Blood Banquet, is drawn. 15 minutes later, Zheng Lei will obtain a mythological level destiny talent, thus obtaining a mythological level talent. Blood Feast. But I can definitely cut off my beard in advance. Change your destiny, start from this moment. Without any hesitation, he turned around and walked towards the door. Xiao Zheng, why are you going? Zheng Lei subconsciously asked, time is coming soon, what if? I'll go to the hallway fire hydrant and see if there's a fire axe. That thing is much stronger than an iron rod. After speaking, he walked out the door without looking back. Fire hydrants. Is there a fire axe there? Some places have it, but how could school dormitories have it? Will he be in danger? Zheng Lei hesitated and said, I'll go take a look. After speaking, he also followed and ran out. On the corridor, Xiao Zheng ran at full speed towards the rooftop. The entire dormitory of students has gone crazy. Some shouted loudly, some frantically dismantled tables and beds, and some ran towards the outside of the school. The third male dormitory has 6 floors, and Xiao Zheng and his team live on the 4th floor, which is very close to the rooftop. He went against the current and quickly rushed up to the rooftop. There was no one above the rooftop, so he quickly ran towards the direction of the distribution room. At this moment, he instinctively looked up. The originally deep blue sky suddenly became gloomy at this moment. At the same time, there were countless meteors flashing with different types of light, flying from high altitude and falling towards the ground. The entire sky is almost shrouded in endless meteors. Among them, several meteors also fell towards their school. Are these meteors? The treasure chest of fate. After a few breaths, a colorful light suddenly flashed behind the distribution room. He quickly ran over. Sure enough. Behind the room, there was a treasure chest the size of a human head, shimmering with colorful light in glass color, lying quietly there. Fate chest. Mythical fate chest. Xiao Zheng murmured and reached out his hand, grabbing this mythological treasure chest. Moment news streamed out of the treasure chest and were absorbed by Xiao Zheng. I see. P.S. Relationships can be divided into World feud, blood feud, hatred, indifference, ordinary, familiar, intimate, loyal, and close relatives. 3. The only mythological talent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 3. The only mythological talent. Originally, the treasure chest of destiny was one of the opportunities bestowed upon blue star humans by that mysterious voice before global digitization. There are countless treasure chests of fate, including 5 levels: gold, diamonds, epic, legend, mythology, etc. From the fate chest, rewards such as talent, bloodline, and profession can be obtained. After true global digitization, ordinary treasure chests can be dropped by killing monsters. A regular treasure chest is divided into 9 levels: black iron, bronze, silver, gold, dark gold, diamonds, epic, legendary, and mythological. Rewards such as weapons, skills, equipment, props, pets, and blueprints can be issued. The difference between the two lies in the fact that the rewards open from the fate chest are bound to your soul. No one can take it away. At the same time, the fate chest will also offer different rewards based on one's own destiny, and destiny. After learning about this intelligence, Xiao Zheng did not hesitate at all and directly opened this mythological treasure chest of fate. Congratulations, lucky one. You have opened the treasure chest of fate. That cold and mechanical voice once again appeared in Xiao Zheng's mind. You have obtained a mythological talent. Endless predation, unique. Endless predation. The only mythological talent that can plunder anything from a target by killing them. This includes bloodline, talent, skills, 4-dimensional attributes, soul, and more. A rainbow light suddenly shot out of the mythological fate treasure chest and merged into his body. Endless plunder. How has it changed? Listening to the voice in his mind, Xiao Zheng's eyes looked a bit strange. Endless plunder. It seems that the explanation is even more powerful than the mythological level talent Blood Feast Zheng Lei has obtained. And it is also unique. By the way, the Destiny chest will offer different rewards based on the creator's destiny, and destiny. Zheng Lei offered a feast of blood, while I offered endless plunder. And it's the only mythological talent. Xiao Zheng felt a strange sensation coming from his body, his eyes slightly lit up. Suddenly, the sky darkened once again. A strange feeling suddenly came from a distance, brushing over his body like a gentle breeze. He seemed to see a torrent of electrons flashing across the entire sky from afar. On the blue star, all humans, animals, plants, even insects, microorganisms, and birds, have undergone changes under the influence of this electronic torrent. Blue Star has been successfully digitized. The spatial crack has been opened. All humans can view their own attributes on their own. In an instant, gray-black mist suddenly appeared between heaven and earth, enveloping the entire city. And Xiao Zheng also heard noisy and chaotic roars from this black mist. Along with it, there are countless screams of humanity before their death. Blue Star has already been digitized, and the end of the world is coming. He is patient and the rooftop is relatively safe. Following the guidance of the mysterious voice in my mind, I opened the personal attributes panel. Name: Xiao Zheng, race. Blue Star human, talent. Endless plunder, mythological level * unique, level. Level 0 LV0, 0/100, Constitution. 4. Affecting target health, recovery speed, physical resistance, etc. Power. 4. Affects target physical attacks, strength, etc. Agility. 4. Affects target movement speed, attack speed, etc. Spirit. 7. Affecting target spirit, energy recovery, mental resistance, etc. Occupation. None, bloodline. None, skill. None, equipment. None, pet. None, backpack. None, looking at the attribute panel of a destitute and destitute individual with only one, endless plunder, talent, Xiao Zheng's eyes still lit up slightly. Next, it's... Ah! Suddenly, screams of agony came from behind. He took a deep breath, grabbed the iron rod in his hand, and walked down. 6th floor. He saw several classmates lying on the ground in pain, struggling hard. Their skin and blood vessels on the surface of their bodies bulged one after another, turning blue and purple. Her pupils also became very cloudy. She opened her big mouth and rushed towards the classmates next to her, tearing and biting hard. On the ground, a lot of blood and corpses have already appeared. The screams, and the chewing and swallowing sounds of the monsters echoed throughout. Name. Corpse-infected body, explanation. Life forms that cannot withstand the infection of corpse venom have become zombies, pursuing blood and fresh flesh throughout their lives, only hoping to fill the insatiable hunger. Zombies. Xiao Zheng cursed inwardly, tightly gripping the iron rod in his hand to boost himself. Roar. A zombie was lying on top of the student, tearing and biting. Feeling the movement of the stairs, it quickly climbed up and rushed towards Xiao Zheng. Get lost. Xiao Zheng cursed inwardly, and with an iron rod in his hand, he fiercely stabbed the head of this zombie. Puff. Xiao Zheng stood at the staircase leading to the rooftop on the 6th floor, while the zombie lay on the corridor on the 6th floor. Standing from a high position, an iron rod unexpectedly poked out from the right eye socket of this zombie. Thick blood and minced meat flowed down the iron rod. Successfully killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 5 experience points. A zombie only has 5 experience points. Isn't that to upgrade, you have to kill 20 identical zombies. Looking at the corpse of this zombie, Xiao Zhengfu reached his heart and instinctively grabbed it. Endless plunder is being cast. Cast successfully. You looted 1 point of power from this level 0 LV1 zombie. With the mysterious sound in his mind, Xiao Zheng quickly felt his strength increase by a few points. At the same time, the power attribute on the attribute panel has also been changed to 5 points. Is this the strength of the endless predation talent? Xiao Zheng's eyes lit up sharply. Looking at the zombies in the hallway, it's like looking at a moving treasure trove. Xiao Zheng. Why did you come here? Are you okay? Suddenly, a voice woke him up. I saw Zheng Lei with blood on his body, actually looking at him not far away. Xiao Zheng asked strangely, I'm here to find weapons. Why did you come with me too? Zheng Lei said, I'm a local, and there's a close ally on the 6th floor. I'm here to find him. Where's the weapon you're looking for? Xiao Zheng spread his hand and said, I didn't find it. Let's go quickly. After speaking, he walked downstairs. But Zheng Lei looked at the direction of the rooftop and was somewhat moved. He felt as if something important to him had already left him. Roar. A roar like that of a wild beast woke him up from confusion. A zombie with a mouth full of blood and minced meat is rushing towards him. 4. Bronze treasure chest. Zheng Lei's life. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 4. Bronze treasure chest. Zheng Lei's life. Xiao Zheng stepped forward with an iron rod in his hand, sweeping across another zombie. After being fully digitized, he seemed to have an inexhaustible power in his body. Especially the newly plundered power made his strength even stronger. After digitization, the human body will fully exert its power. For example, before digitization, normal people also have 5 points of strength. But the muscle strength of the fist he swings will not exceed 50 kilograms. Impact force refers to the maximum force exerted when hitting the target. The maximum boxing impact of an ordinary man is 100.150 kilograms. Because he still needs to retain some strength to support his body's coordination, stability, and so on. After digitization, an ordinary person's punch can reach their theoretical maximum strength. Successfully killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 5 experience points. You looted 1 point of power from this level 0 LV1 zombie, another bit of power. Xiao Zheng felt his strength and was once again 1 point stronger. Same, classmate. Help me. Help me. I am the head of the student union, saved me, and I will let you join the union. Suddenly, a man covered in blood crawled out of the dormitory. His lower body seemed to have been torn and bitten by some creature, in a state of disrepair. The wound is ulcerated and bone is visible deep. Xiao Zheng's eyes flickered, and a light blue panel appeared before his eyes. Name: Wang Hao, race: Blue Star human, talent: none, fate: plain and unusual, white, fate: early death, white, relationship: normal, strength: level 0, life script: Dragon Set 4, Doomsday Crazy Evolution, recent turning point: none. Injured by a corpse-infected body, died within 2 minutes. Student Union. Xiao Zheng smiled and walked up to the man, speaking coldly. Senior, you're almost dead. What's the use of the student union leader? I'll give you a good time. No. Puff. Before the man could finish speaking, the iron rod in Xiao Zheng's hand hit his head. Successfully killed level 0 LV1.5 zombies. You have gained 3 experience points. You haven't plundered anything, Did the plunder fail? What a waste. Xiao Zheng. What are you doing? Zheng Lei ran over and looked at Xiao Zheng in surprise. The iron rod in my hand is still dripping with blood and brain tissue. Xiao Zheng smiled and said, Me. Of course I'm killing zombies. Zheng Lei said sadly, Wang Hao is my friend, I didn't expect. Roar. 2 more zombies rushed out from the dormitory behind Wang Hao. Xiao Zheng dodged and reached out to block the zombies' feet. With a thud, both zombies fell to the ground one after another. He was quick-witted and struck the head of the first zombie with an iron rod, killing it. And Zheng Lei next to him also cleanly dealt with the other zombie. Looking at Xiao Zheng's strange gaze, Zheng Lei explained, I used to fight a lot when I was a child. When I was in junior high school, my parents sent me to Shaolin Temple. Huh? What is that? Zheng Lei pointed to the zombie in front of him. Xiao Zheng's eyes also lit up. At this moment, a bronze light slowly appeared on the corpse of the zombie he had killed. A gray treasure chest appeared before the two of them. This is a bronze treasure chest. This should be the chance that the mysterious voice said, it's really like a game. Zheng Lei said hoarsely. He really wants this treasure chest. There is also flames burning in the depths of my eyes. Do you want it? Xiao Zheng said with great interest, if you want it, I'll give it to you. Zheng Lei smiled and said, what, this is your trophy. How can I grab it? What bad luck. I knew I had hit that zombie too. Open it quickly and see what good thing it is. Xiao Zheng gave Zheng Lei a deep glance. With a destiny that surpasses others, Zheng Lei will eventually become a character. Not male number 2 or male number 3, but one of the bosses. Of course, it is impossible for a mere bronze treasure chest to conflict with him. He casually patted the bronze treasure chest. Accompanied by a flicker of light gray light, a slightly curved long sword appeared before his eyes. And the bronze treasure chest also disappeared at the same time. You opened the bronze treasure chest and received the reward. Wild Goose Feather Blade, Weapon, Wild Goose Feather Saber. A cold weapon, a type of sword. The blade is straight, with a curved tip and a counterblade, named after its shape resembling a wild goose feather. I weighed the goose feather sword in my hand and it weighed about 20 pounds. The back of the knife is thick and the blade is sharp. With just a flick, you can hear the sound of breaking through the air. Good knife. Zheng Lei glanced enviously at the long knife in his hand. If he had this long knife in hand, he would be much safer. Maybe you can get more equipment and props. Xiao Zheng smiled and said, maybe you can get more good things in the future. Let's go quickly. I'll borrow your auspicious words. Zheng Lei agreed and quickly ran downstairs. He will also try to kill the zombies and see if the treasure chest can be blown out. Looking at the back of Zheng Lei as he left, Xiao Zheng murmured, Zheng Lei, I snatched your opportunity. That's not my fault. The end of the world is so cruel. Oh. By the way, I was the first to seize his opportunity. I don't know what changes will happen to his current life script. As he spoke, his eyes froze. A light blue panel appeared before Xiao Zheng's eyes. This panel is exactly the script for Zheng Lei's future life. Name. Zheng Lei, race. Blue star human, talent. None, fate. Eagle's eye and wolf's eye, gold, lower coat and upper coat, purple, fate. Soul blood puppet, purple, relationship. Familiarity, strength. Level 0, life script. Supporting role of evolution of the madness of doom, recent turning point. One day later, while rushing out of school with my classmates, I ran into a rescue team and they were forcibly conscripted into the army. In the team, I obtained a legendary fate treasure chest, and upon opening it, I obtained a legendary talent. Beast Soul Walker. Soul Blood Puppet. It has a high level of research on biological souls and can manipulate them at will. However, at the same time, it can also have a certain negative impact on itself due to the complex and chaotic soul energy. Beast Soul Walker can have an impact on the soul of a creature. After killing a target, it can turn their soul into a puppet and be influenced by the caster. Legendary Fate Treasure Chest. Xiao Zheng's eyes twitched. It is worthy of being the supporting role of evolution madness of the end. After losing the mythical fate chest, you can still get the legendary fate chest again. Unfortunately. 5. The power of endless plunder. Striving for power and profit. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 5. The power of endless plunder. Striving for power and profit. Unfortunately. The fate treasure chest obtained by Zheng Lei afterwards is only at the legendary level. Compared to the golden level obtained by Education Wang Gang, he is much stronger. But compared to the mythological fate treasure chest that Xiao Zheng just obtained by cutting off his beard, it is also much worse. And Xiao Zheng's eyes lit up. Just as I was reviewing Zheng Lei's life script, I realized that his recent turning point was when he ran out of school tomorrow and unexpectedly encountered a military unit, which led to his acquisition. That's not to say. Tomorrow, there will be troops arriving here to absorb these survivors. In Zheng Lei's life turning point, it was mentioned that the army would forcibly force them to join the army after they joined. Xiao Zheng frowned and said, in this apocalyptic environment, what can ordinary people do to join the army? At best, it's just cannon fodder. And there are too many rules and regulations in the military. I am not suitable for someone who is used to freedom. And the army values probability in command, and what is obtained from outside must be surrendered in part, along with sharing one's own attribute box. I cannot join the army. Xiao Zheng shook his head. He has a mythological talent for endless plunder and is destined to be in endless slaughter. Pifu is innocent and harbors a guilty conscience. He has heard this sentence before. Roar. With another roar, a zombie rushed forward. Xiao Zheng's strength at this time has already reached 6 points. It has already surpassed that of ordinary adult men. With a flash of his figure, he effortlessly killed the zombie again. Ordinary zombies are actually easy to deal with. Slow movement and low defense. Just be careful not to be bitten or caught. As long as an ordinary adult overcomes their fear, they can easily get rid of it. But at the same time, more than 10 zombies rushed forward. The biggest fear of zombies is still their contagiousness and quantity. Kill. Xiao Zheng let out a faint cry, and a cold light flashed through his hand as he wielded a goose feather sword. Cut off the head of the leading zombie with just one blow. These zombies are just preliminary transformations, they are all level 1 or even level 0 monsters. There's no challenge at all. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 5 experience points. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 4 experience points. You looted 1 point of agility, killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 4 experience points. You have upgraded. You have reached level 2. You have obtained 1 free attribute point, free attribute points. Each level up earns 1 free attribute point, which can be freely added to the 4 basic attribute points of Constitution, Strength, Agility, and Spirit. An inexplicable force suddenly surged into Xiao Zheng's entire body. He could feel that in this moment, the exhaustion of his body was swept away, and his spirit became slightly excited. After upgrading, can only obtain 1 free attribute point. But in a big battle on the 6th floor, I have already plundered 3 points of strength and 1 point of agility. It's truly a mythological talent. Others can only improve their attribute points after upgrading. Or there are other natural resources and treasures, or various props that can increase one's own attribute points. However, I can plunder attribute points from the corpses of other life forms myself. Compared to ordinary survivors, he is undoubtedly much stronger. After thinking for a moment, Xiao Zheng added this 1 free attribute point to his power. In the early days of the apocalypse. As long as it is strong and agile, no monster can avoid his killing. Xiao Zheng. There are more zombies below, we can't get down anymore. Zheng Lei shouted loudly at the entrance of the hallway. He is vigorously chopping down a zombie. In front of him, there actually appeared a thin and weak skeleton that was taller than a person, helping him resist zombies. Every university dormitory always has the fewest people on the top floor. Not many people are willing to climb up and down all day. Block the entrance of the hallway with zombie corpses. Xiao Zheng shouted loudly, and Zheng Lei and several survivors hurriedly carried the surrounding zombie bodies over and threw them into the hallways on the 5th and 6th floors. After more than 10 minutes, the entire 6th floor of the boys' dormitory finally quieted down. A dozen or so frightened survivors, all gasping for breath, collapsed to the ground. Woo-woo. The end of the world, the end of the world. What's all this? I want to go home. I can't go back. I just called the police and there's no signal at all. Is that voice all true? The end of the world. Several survivors were chattering and discussing in a very panicked tone. At this moment, Xiao Zheng stood up. Classmates, this is the end of the matter. Don't be sad, everyone. Our top priority is to survive. As long as everyone works together, we can definitely survive. Yeah. Zheng Lei also spoke in a supporting tone. That voice said, the world is being digitized and becoming like online games. Everyone has played games before. As long as you kill enemies, fight monsters, and work hard to upgrade, you can become stronger. There's nothing scary about those zombies. Look, when I was just killing zombies, I acquired a skill. Bronze level skill. Skeleton resurrection. Speaking, Zheng Lei also showed everyone the thin and weak skeleton beside him. Although it looks weak and uncontrollable. But when the creatures that clearly only exist in the illusion of the novel appeared in front of ordinary people, a group of people's eyes lit up. Is this the skeleton soldier in online games? It looks really garbage. I don't know what abilities I can acquire. Classmate, where did you learn your skills from? And that classmate's Yanling sword. I also have a lot of research on cold weapons. Soon, all these survivors began to engage in lively discussions. Sweep away the recently decadent situation. Is this the change brought about by conquering the upper destiny? No matter what the situation is, I always want to compete for power and profit. Staring coldly at the intense discussion between Zheng Lei and these students, Xiao Zheng murmured in his heart. So it's like this. Surprisingly, skills can be unlocked in the treasure chest. And weapons. Everyone, quickly search and see if there are any treasure chests around. Look. There's a treasure chest over there. Damn it. That's what I saw first, it's mine. Yes. Chao Nima, dare to steal my treasure chest. Bang. Ah. How dare you hit me? What a special thing. Last time you hooked up with my girlfriend, I still haven't reconciled with you. I killed you to make ends meet. 6. I'll take these 2 treasure chests, do you have any objections? You are listening at novelfull.audio. 6. I'll take these 2 treasure chests, do you have any objections? 2 students got into an argument over a bronze treasure chest, and even had a big fight. At the corner of the 6th floor, someone else discovered a bronze treasure chest and started arguing again. The entire 6th floor of the 3rd male dormitory. There are 70 to 80 zombie corpses. But now the only remaining bronze treasure chest is this one. Including the one obtained by Xiao Zheng and Zheng Lei before, there are only 4. The chance of dropping the treasure chest is only about a pitiful 1 in 20. Whether it's Xiao Zheng's Yanling blade or Zheng Lei's skeleton resurrection, they are all good things. It can enable ordinary people to qualify for survival in this apocalyptic situation. No wonder this group of people wants to grab. At this moment, even Zheng Lei stood awkwardly on the side, unsure of how to handle such a situation. I will only say on the side not to fight anymore. I'm still too young. Seeing this situation, Xiao Zheng shook his head. Zheng Lei wants to compete for power and become the leader among these dozen survivors. But he doesn't have much experience. It appears somewhat immature. The end of the world, where the strong give birth to the weak and die, yet still so indecisive. Without saying a word, he stepped forward and separated several students who were entangled together. Under his current power attribute of up to 8 points, these students have no resistance at all. He easily parted ways. I have these 2 treasure chests in my hands. Hey! Brother! What are you doing? You already have weapons and still want to compete with us. Yeah. You too have weapons and skills, why are you fighting against us? Give us these 2 treasure chests, that's fair. It's just that. A dozen or so survivors shouted loudly. You bunch of trash. As soon as Xiao Zheng spoke, he calmed down these 10 or so people's voices. Is the treasure chest yours? Are you joking? Who killed the entire zombies on the 6th floor? It's us. At that time, you were all hiding in the dormitory like mice. What qualification did you have to share the spoils of war? He casually threw a bronze treasure chest to Zheng Lei. We are all college students, and we should have heard the phrase, survival of the fittest. If you want a treasure chest, go out and fight for it yourself. Don't think of getting it for nothing. This. Looking at the treasure chest in his hand, Zheng Lei also swallowed his saliva. Of course he wants this treasure chest. Just now, he was lucky enough to get a treasure chest after killing a zombie, and fired the skeleton resurrection skill. With the help of this skill, he gained wings like a tiger and even rose to level 1. Obtained 1 free attribute point. He chose to add this attribute point to his mind. The skill of skull revival, as long as your spirit is stronger, the ability of the revived skull will be stronger. At the same time, it can also revive more skeletons. Looking at the bronze treasure chest in his hand, as well as the passionate eyes of the dozen or so survivors around him. He still chose not to speak. Accept Xiao Zheng's statement by default. There are still two people who refuse to accept defeat and actually want to fight directly. Get lost. Xiao Zheng shouted in secret and kicked both of them to the ground. One of them even fell back 3 or 4 meters and collided with the dormitory wall, painfully falling to the ground. Out of measure. The other dozen or so survivors were too scared to say anything when they saw this. But everyone's eyes were filled with anger. Occasionally, there is a large amount of it on him and Zheng Lei. Zheng Lei's face was awkward, but he still pretended not to see it. Xiao Zheng, on the other hand, would not care more about the looks in these people's eyes. The mentality of this group of people has not yet changed, they will all suffer big losses sooner or later. And he did this because he had already read the life script of this group of people. More than 10 people, none of them have a turning point in their lives. They will all turn into zombies within a day. I and Zheng Lei saved the lives of these people and allowed them to survive for 2 days. I don't know how to thank you, but you still want to grab the spoils of war. What a joke. Arriving at the corner, Xiao Zheng opened the bronze treasure chest. You opened the bronze treasure chest and received the reward. Fury pill, Rampage pill. A type of low-level pill that can increase strength and agility by half within 1 minute after taking it. After the effect, the overall attributes of the body are reduced by 1/3, lasting for 60 minutes. Limited to creatures below the golden level, Rampage pill. A short-lived explosive pill. It can also be considered a hindrance. Xiao Zheng, what did you prescribe? Zheng Lei walked over and asked, I have activated a piece of equipment. He raised his hand and marched towards Xiao Zheng for battle. On his left ring finger, he was wearing a miserable white bone ring. The skeleton ring can store the aura of the undead and replenish the energy and attack of the skeletons I summon. It can be considered a small masterpiece. Me. It's just a pill. Xiao Zheng showed off the fury pill he had just obtained. My own fury pill is indeed good, but compared to Zheng Lei's skeleton ring, it is certainly much worse. Is this the life script of the supporting role? Opening a treasure chest can bring out good things to help them grow, and eventually being killed by the protagonist. Supporting role are so strong, how strong should the main character be? Xiao Zheng thought to himself. My destiny is just an ordinary person. If I want to grow, it seems that I still have to rely on cutting off my beard. Zheng Lei's eyes flickered and he asked, do you have any plans next? Xiao Zheng asked, what about you? Do you have any ideas? Zheng Lei pursed his mouth and said, my home is not far from school, I want to go home and take a look. My parents and my sister don't know what to do yet. Are you going home? Xiao Zheng shook his head and said, I want to stay at school. So. Zheng Lei said, do you want to come with me? We have a companion on the way, maybe. No need. Xiao Zheng refused, I have my own ideas for staying here, so you don't need to persuade me. He wants to build his own power. The university city is undoubtedly the best place. There are 7 or 8 universities around Donghai University of Finance and Economics, including Jiaodong University, School of Fine Arts, School of Art, School of Physical Education, and Donghai University. The number of students on campus is at least 300,000 or more. The end of the world has come, even if only 1% of the students have survived. It is also a huge number. And their own golden fingers also need a huge population base to support them. One sentence. The more people and characters Xiao Zheng encounters, the more benefits he can get from intercepting who. Well. Okay. Zheng Lei sighed. Xiao Zheng smiled and said, for the sake of our classmates' performance, I can do you a small favor and take you to the school gate. Really? Zheng Lei's eyes lit up sharply. Xiao Zheng's strength was witnessed with his own eyes. Both in strength and speed, they must far surpass him. It seems that the level should also be higher than oneself. I really don't know how he did it. Of course. Xiao Zheng spoke, but his gaze turned to the garden outside dormitory 3. In my mind, I remembered the turning point in Wang Gang's life. Tomorrow, while escaping from the male dormitory number 3, I found a golden treasure chest of fate by the garden outside the dormitory and opened up a golden profession. War Knight. 7. Continuous upgrades. The choice of roommates. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. 7. Continuous upgrades. The choice of roommates. Let's get started. Start. At the entrance of the 6th floor corridor, Xiao Zheng gave an order. The zombie body stuck at the staircase was quickly removed. He rushed out without hesitation. With extraordinary agility and strength, he stepped onto the wall and jumped into the entrance of the 5th floor corridor. In his hand, a cold light flashed through his goose feather sword, and he immediately cut the 2 zombies in half. At the same time, Zheng Lei also ran down, muttering words in his mouth. A gray light suddenly flashed on his hand, and 3 zombie corpses on the ground enveloped him. These 3 corpses immediately shook. 3 skeleton soldiers struggled to crawl out of the corpse, shaking the blood and flesh on their bodies. Along with the previously revived skeleton soldiers, there are a total of 4 skeleton soldiers. Under Zheng Lei's control, he quickly killed the zombie swarm on the 5th floor. He originally had 5 spiritual attributes, but after upgrading, he gained 1 free attribute point, which he added to his spiritual attribute. 6 attribute points are enough to revive 6 skeleton soldiers, but you will also fall into a coma. In order to save his remaining strength, he only revived 4 skeleton soldiers. With Zheng Lei as the new force joining, Xiao Zheng's speed in chopping and killing skeletons is even faster. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 4 experience points. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 4 experience points. You plundered 1 point of spirit, killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 3 experience points. You have upgraded. You have reached level 2. You have obtained 1 free attribute point, 1 free attribute point. Continue to increase strength. In this upgrade, Xiao Zheng killed more than 50 zombies before reaching level 2. As the level increases, the experience gained by low-level monsters will decrease. Treasure chest. A bronze treasure chest caught Xiao Zheng's eye. He opened it directly. You opened the bronze treasure chest and received a reward. Vitality potion, pill. Vitality potion. A type of low-level pill that can instantly restore all physical fitness and vitality, eliminate fatigue, and limit the use of 3 identical potions within 24 hours, limited to organisms below the golden level. Vitality potion. Use directly. He looked up and swallowed the medicine in 1 gulp. Soon, a warm breath flowed through his limbs. The whole body's energy and vitality have once again reached their peak. Keep killing. Xiao Zheng let out a secret shout, and without hesitation, he once again killed towards the 4th floor of the dormitory. Behind him, Zheng Lei stared blankly at the entire floor. 70 to 80 zombies were almost killed by Xiao Zheng alone. The ground was covered in fresh blood, minced meat and corpses, like a Shura field. He said hoarsely, monsters, monsters. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 4 experience points. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You gained 4 experience points. You have plundered 1 point of physical fitness. You looted 1 point of agility, killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 3 experience points. You have upgraded. You have reached level 3. You have obtained 1 free attribute point. When Xiao Zheng, covered in blood and minced meat, stepped back into his dormitory, His level has already reached level 5. Now his 4-dimensional attributes have skyrocketed several times. Physical fitness. 8 strength. 19 agility. 11 spirit. 14 simple 4-dimensional attributes are enough to crush everyone. Xiao Zheng. Zheng Lei. Are you okay? That's great. After opening the door, Gao Bo and Wang Gang shouted excitedly. Code-wise. There are monsters outside. I dare not go out. Yes, the playground is also full of zombies and other monsters. Are you okay? There are all zombies outside, how did you come here? The two of them chattered and asked, both feeling extremely scared. Zheng Lei explained, isn't that voice saying that the world has become digitized? It's actually just like online games. Upgrade and defeat monsters, as well as explode equipment, weapons, and skills. Both Xiao Zheng and I have become stronger because of this. Online games. Upgrade by defeating monsters. The eyes of both of them lit up and they eagerly asked, Zheng Lei, what abilities have you gained? Online games, can I also become so strong? Xiao Zheng interrupted the two and said directly, Zheng Lei is going back to his own home. I will take him to the school gate and he will come back later. What are your two plans? Gao Bo shrank his head and glanced at the corpses lying on the ground outside. He timidly said, I won't go out. It's quite safe here. Xiao Zheng gave him a cold glance and then turned to Wang Gang. But Wang Gang gritted his teeth and said, my home is from Heizhou province, far from here. It's impossible to follow Zheng Lei to his house. But I want to go out with you and level up the monster killing. Great, let's go. Xiao Zheng said decisively. The three of them acted quickly, leaving only Gao Bo alone. After the three of them left, Gao Bo said with lingering fear. Online games. How could that be possible? In the game, players have countless lives, but in the real world, there is only one life. I think I'll stick to it. Let's wait for them to become stronger before upgrading me. Outside the corridor on the 4th floor, there are still over a dozen survivors waiting. They are all survivors willing to follow Xiao Zheng and Zheng Lei to rush out. Some people, like Wang Gang, want to follow these two high gamers out to fight monsters and upgrade. See if you can get any benefits. The zombies on the 5th and 4th floors were killed by them, and 5 bronze treasure chests were dropped. They were all collected by Zheng Lei's skeleton soldiers. Others dare not say anything at all. Let's go. More than 10 college students gathered together, and with a command from Xiao Zheng, they quickly rushed into the 3rd floor. The number of zombies in the 3rd layer is even higher. Without any hesitation, Xiao Zheng cleared the way with his goose feather sword and directly cut into the group of corpses. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 3 experience points. Killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 2 experience points. You have plundered 1 point of physical fitness. You looted 1 point of agility, killed level 0 LV1 zombies. You have gained 3 experience points. You have upgraded. You have reached level 6. You have obtained 1 free attribute point. After more than 10 minutes, a group of people rushed out of the number 3 male dormitory. Xiao Zheng's eyes were fixed on the garden at the entrance of dormitory 3. At the same time, a huge monster overwhelmed a large number of flowers and plants in the garden and rushed out towards them. 8. Golden Destiny Chest. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. 8. Golden Destiny Chest. Hiss. A python, about 7 or 8 meters long, suddenly jumped out of the garden. Xiao Zheng's figure flashed, narrowly avoiding the surprise attack. But a classmate standing beside him is not so lucky. The python took a bite and bit his waist. Ah! Amidst screams of agony, Without any hesitation, Xiao Zheng raised his goose feather sword and fiercely struck the python 3 inches away. Hiss! The python let out a scream, exerted force on its upper and lower jaws, and instinctively bit off the person in its mouth. Xiao Zheng gained momentum without mercy and rushed forward again. A punch hit the python's right eye socket, turning it into a ball of meat sauce. At the same time, with his right hand, he grabbed the goose feather sword and pulled it upwards. The sharp blade tore through flesh and blood, and in one fell swoop, it cut off the cartilage of the python and plunged directly into its head. Hiss! The screams of the python finally weakened and became limp, losing its breath. A faint silver treasure box phantom appeared from the body of the python. Ah! Help! Help me! It hurts so much. Call 120 quickly. The student, whose waist was bitten off halfway, lay on the ground and screamed in agony. Blood flowed all over the intestines. The classmates around were so scared that they didn't dare to approach. 2 cowardly students actually threw up on the ground. Xiao Zheng grabbed the silver treasure chest and turned to the seriously injured student, saying, "Classmate, you can't survive this injury. I can give you a good time." "No, no, call me 120 quickly." The seriously injured students screamed one after another and turned to look at their classmates behind them. He shouted as if he had caught some life-saving straw, "Wang Yu. Help me, help me." Xiao Zheng shook his head, raised his goose feather sword in his hand, and directly chopped it down. Puff! The knife light flickered, and the student who was not far from death was relieved. A group of students looked very ugly, and some even instinctively took a few steps back. Everyone knows that Xiao Zheng's approach was not wrong. In this situation, 120 cannot make it over at all. Waiting for him can only lead to dry blood and death. It is common for Xiao Zheng to help him escape on the battlefield. But the people in front of me are all college students in the ivory tower. I can't accept it for a while. Xiao Zheng, you. Zheng Lei hoarsely wanted to say something, but he didn't know what to say. On the other hand, Xiao Zheng's eyes were filled with surprise, disbelief, and hesitation. In his mind, surprisingly, the sound of system prompts came again. You killed the target, you looted one spirit. Killing the same kind can actually plunder basic attribute points. Thinking of this, his breathing became somewhat rapid. Xiao Zheng, are you okay? Zheng Lei looked at Xiao Zheng, whose face was constantly changing, and tried to say, "You're also trying to help him, don't have any psychological burden. There are still many monsters outside, don't think recklessly." "It's nothing." Xiao Zheng shook his head and said, "I have something else to do. You guys go first." After speaking, he disregarded Zheng Lei's persuasion and directly stepped into the garden. The garden in front of the entrance of the number 3 male dormitory is connected to the main garden of the teaching building. It has a large area. Most of them are evergreen plants such as roses and bamboo. This season is very lush in growth. With Xiao Zheng's eyesight, he couldn't even see the environment inside clearly for a while. He first took out the silver treasure chest that had just fallen from killing the python and opened it directly. You opened the silver treasure chest and received the reward. Scarlet snake venom, silver, dot. Scarlet snake venom, silver. A snake venom extracted from venomous snakes, with extremely strong toxicity. Creatures below the silver level can be choked upon seeing blood, and can be applied to weapons to take effect or used directly. Snake venom. On Xiao Zheng's hand, a crystal bottle the size of a cola bottle appeared. There is a bottle full of slightly red liquid inside. Enough to last for a long time. Can it be applied to weapons? I just don't know if it works on zombies. Xiao Zheng poured a portion of this bottle of small crimson snake venom onto the goose feather sword. The entire blade of the yen feather blade emitted a faint red light. Wang Gang's life turning point was when he obtained a golden-level treasure chest of fate in this garden. Why did they run into the garden? Can you say? Xiao Zheng's eyes suddenly lit up. Under a pine tree not far ahead, a golden treasure chest indeed appeared. Sparkling with a faint golden glow. Beside it, there are traces of a giant creature crawling past, clearly the python just now. Golden Destiny chest. Having opened so many treasure chests, Xiao Zheng also gained experience. The treasure chest of fate usually shines with different lights. And ordinary treasure chests have no radiance. He stepped forward and opened this treasure chest. Congratulations, lucky one. You have opened the treasure chest of fate, gold. That cold and mechanical voice once again appeared in Xiao Zheng's mind. You have obtained spatial equipment. Storage ring. Storage ring. A space-type equipment that contains 10 by 10 by 10 cubic meters of space and can store any substance, excluding living objects. Storage ring. Xiao Zheng's eyes lit up sharply. A volume of 1,000 cubic meters. In the turning point of Wang Gang's life, he obtained the special profession of War Knight from this treasure chest of fate. But he himself received the reward of a space ring. 1,000 cubic meters of space is enough to store thousands of tons of grain. Compared to War Knights, this space ring is even more precious. Thinking of this, Xiao Zheng directly put the ring on the ring finger of his left hand. Following the system's guidance, the spirit was placed on the ring. Soon, a gray space appeared before his eyes. It is 10 meters long, 10 meters wide, and also 10 meters high. There is nothing inside. My mind twitched. He put the newly obtained crimson snake venom into the space. Another move. This bottle of crimson snake venom reappeared in my hand. It's so convenient with this storage ring. Xiao Zheng murmured and suddenly leaned in, hearing a commotion in his ear. Looking back, it was Zheng Lei and his group who had just parted ways. They are running towards this side in a panic. Zheng Lei, the leader, saw Xiao Zheng at a glance and quickly shouted. Xiao Zheng! Run quickly! There's a monster behind. Ah! 9. Alien Race. Strange Resurrection Ability. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 9. Alien Race. Strange Resurrection Ability. A scream came. The student running at the back immediately fell to the ground, losing his breath. Xiao Zheng's pupils contracted. Behind these students, there appeared monsters as tall as half a person. They look very similar to sheep, with horns on both sides of their heads similar to those of sheep. Having a row of sharp fangs, the exposed skin is rough and hard. They were still chewing on flesh and blood, mixed with cloth strips, clearly human flesh and blood. Holding a bone stick or a big knife in his hand, he giggled and slashed at the students. Xiao Zheng's eyes flickered and he obtained rough information about these monsters. Name. Sinking Demon. Description. Evil creatures from a different space, social creatures that feed on biological flesh and blood, emitting a strong plague virus that can revive corpses. At the same time, the best of them can comprehend different types of legal energy. Sinking Demon. Xiao Zheng frowned. How is this monster so similar to the monster in a game he played in his past life? Run quickly, Xiao Zheng. Zheng Lei shouted loudly. The 4 skeleton soldiers he revived have long been knocked to pieces by these sinking demons. The spirit is still recovering. These sinking demons are not very strong alone. He mustered up courage and was able to overcome it. But among them, there is actually a sunken wizard. He is no match at all. Several students ran past Xiao Zheng. They were all panting heavily, without even the energy to shout. Xiao Zheng shook his head and said, "Run. Where can we go? You are destined to be the eliminated group." He went against the current, amidst the incredulous gaze of this group of people. In his hand, the Yanling knife curved and directly struck the head of the first sunken demon. Puff. The yen feather blade made a piercing friction sound in the air, and the sinking demon, led by it, instinctively raised his bone stick in his hand to block the slash. Who knows? Xiao Zheng's current strength has already exceeded 20 points. With one slash, he couldn't help but cut off his bone stick. Along with this sinking demon, he cut them in half with one blow. Lakanixiu. The two sinking demons behind shouted, both shocked and angry. The creatures they see as food dare to resist. They shouted loudly and charged toward Xiao Zheng. Xiao Zheng was also content and fearless, kicking away a fallen demon with one foot. With a backhand strike, it struck the chest of the second fallen demon. Blood splattered and sprayed everywhere. You killed the sinking demon. You gained 11 experience points. You plundered 1 point of spirit. The screams of the fallen demon attracted more of them. At the same time, it also pulled down the students who were running relentlessly. Wang Gang, who was tall and imposing, cursed inwardly, "Damn it. What are you running for? Where can you go? Xiao Zheng is right. There are monsters outside, why not fight against them?" He let out a roar, grabbed the iron rod from the dismantled bed in his hand, and rushed towards a sinking demon. He is nearly 1.9 meters tall, while a sunken demon is only about 1.2 meters tall. Wang Gang, who rushed towards him, actually scared the sinking demon. "Go to hell, monster." Wang Gang let out a roar and threw the iron rod in his hand at the sinking demon's head without any organization. Ga. Puff. Ga. Wang Gang, who was tall and imposing, held an iron rod and relentlessly screamed at the sinking demon. He was soon knocked down to the ground by Wang Gang. "My head has ruptured, it's obvious that I can't survive." Under the stimulation of Xiao Zheng and Wang Gang, several more students ran back. Without hesitation, he joined the battle group. They held wooden sticks, iron sticks, and some machetes they had brought from somewhere, turned their heads, and threw them at the sunken demon. Chow Nimas. A group of dwarves, go to hell. Kill you. Kill you. Haha. I got 23 experience points. I'm about to level up. Me too. Sleeping trough. Treasure chest. Bronze treasure chest. This is what I killed. It's my treasure chest. Puff. Waves of shouting came in. Especially when a student appears to have fallen into a demon and drops a bronze treasure chest. This battle has become even more intense. These students no longer regard the sinking demon as a monster. But it's just a mobile experience and treasure chest. Xiao Zheng. Zheng Lei also looked at Xiao Zheng, who had taken the lead, and murmured, "Is this your personal charm? Lead by example to gain recognition from classmates. Friendship on the battlefield is more stable than other friendships obtained through false interests and compromises. It seems that I made the right choice to leave here." He murmured and pointed one hand towards the corpse on the ground. Click, click. 2 fallen demon skeletons crawled out of these 2 corpses. Fresh blood and minced meat flowed down the bone rack onto the ground, appearing terrifying and disgusting. His spirit is not much, he just recovered a little. Suppressing the dizziness, he revived 2 skeletons. Go. 2 sunken demon skeletons, under the command of Zheng Lei, shook their crumbling skeletons and entered the battle group. After seeing the bones of the same kind, the sinking demon appeared very panicked. In a state of panic, one was actually chopped down by the sinking demon skeleton soldier. Lakanixiu. Suddenly, another strange cry came from a distance. Behind the numerous fallen demons, 2 even thinner and weaker ones suddenly appeared. There are also several strong sinking demons protecting next to them. One of them had fiery red skin. I am still holding a bloody skeleton in my hand. The other one is completely pitch black. He also held a black bone cane in his hand. Sinking Demon Wizard. Two sunken magic wizards let out a strange cry. The red-skinned sinking magic wizard immediately lifted the red bones in his hand, and a basketball-sized fireball suddenly appeared in front of him. Amidst the strange sound of spells, this fireball shot out and landed directly in the battle group. With a violent explosion coming, 3 or 4 sinking demons were unable to dodge and were directly blown to pieces. But at the same time, the flames of the explosion also engulfed the 2 students. At the same time, the sunken wizard with black skin also shook his black wand in his hand. Accompanied by the sound of spells, a pitch-black mist drifted out from the wand in his hand. Falling into the battle group. The dozen or so fallen demons that had already been killed by the students on the ground stood up unsteadily. They let out another strange cry and rushed towards the students. Especially led by Xiao Zheng. This is resurrection. 10. Do you want me to be the captain? Then you have to listen to me. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 10. Do you want me to be the captain? Then you have to listen to me. Resurrection. Xiao Zheng frowned slightly and immediately set his gaze on the 2 sunken magic wizards. A sunken wizard with resurrection ability. With such enemies present, they still entangle with ordinary sinking demons. What a fool. He kicked down the newly resurrected fallen demon with one kick. This newly resurrected fallen demon is pitifully weak in strength. After killing them, I didn't even have any experience. Just an ordinary puppet. Ignoring the entanglement of ordinary sinking demons around him, he pounced directly at the 2 sinking demon wizards. Lacanixiu. The red-skinned sinking demon wizard let out a strange cry, and a group of strong sinking demons guarding them charged directly toward Xiao Zheng. Gah! Get lost! Xiao Zheng let out a deep cry and kicked over a sinking demon. With the Yanling sword in hand, it even sliced the strong and sinking demon that rushed forward in half. You killed the strong sinking demon. You gained 23 experience points. You have plundered 1 point of physical fitness. Dancing up and down with the goose feather sword in their hands, these strong sinking demons surprisingly have no 1-in-1 enemy. All were chopped down and overturned by Xiao Zheng. My classmates behind me, seeing Xiao Zheng so fierce and powerful, even more excited, with strong morale. It's about chopping down one sinking demon after another to the ground. As Xiao Zheng approached, the 2 sunken wizards finally panicked. The black-skinned sink demon wizard waved his bone staff in panic, and a group of strong and dead sink demons climbed up again. I want to stop the humans in front of me. But he was easily knocked down by Xiao Zheng. The sinking witch. Xiao Zheng sneered at the 2 lambs waiting to be slaughtered in front of him and murmured, I don't know what good thing will explode. Puff. The black-skinned sinking demon wizard wanted to resist and was directly chopped down by Xiao Zheng. The staff was cut in half. You plundered 2 points of spirit after throwing a fireball. Another red-skinned sunken wizard turned around and ran, not too slow. Want to run? Xiao Zheng let out a secret shout, reached out and swung his hand, using the yen feather blade in his hand as a hidden weapon. The sound of breaking through the air came, and the sharp goose feather sword penetrated directly into the heart of this sunken wizard. You plundered 1 point of spirit and 1 point of physique. 2 silver treasure chests appeared from the corpses of these 2 fallen wizards. A silver treasure chest. It's still possible. After more than 10 minutes. All these fallen demons have been killed. The rest also fled. Originally, there were over 30 classmates who ran out with them, but now there are less than 10 left. But everyone is very excited. He was panting heavily. They did not escape when facing crisis. But under the leadership of Xiao Zheng, we chose to fight alongside him. After this great battle with the fallen demon, almost everyone obtained a treasure chest. The level has also been raised to level 1. There are still 2 people who have been promoted to level 2. One of them is Wang Gang. And he alone obtained 3 bronze treasure chests. There is another person named Xiao Zheng. He is a chubby man weighing nearly 200 pounds. He also obtained 2 bronze treasure chests. Xiao Zheng. I think we should form a team and fight monsters together to survive, don't you think? Wang Gang suddenly said. He was also covered in blood and held an iron rod covered in flesh and blood in his hands. You're so amazing, I'm willing to recognize you as the captain. After Wang Gang finished speaking, several people also agreed. Yeah. I would also like to recognize you as the captain. Xiao Zheng, I think the same way. With you leading us, we can definitely survive. Yeah. Even Zheng Lei was somewhat moved. Unfortunately, he is a local and has to go back to search for his parents, sister, and relatives. But there were also a few people, their eyes flickering and they didn't know what they were thinking. Xiao Zheng looked at these people with different thoughts and said with a smile, do you want to form a team? Can I be the captain? A few people looked delighted, but Xiao Zheng said again. I can be the captain, but I also have a few rules. Rules? What rules? Wang Gang and others quickly asked. Firstly, since you want me to be the captain, you must listen to me. Whatever I ask you to do, you have to do it. What? I want to listen to you. Should we democratize a bit? Yeah, I think there's something we can discuss. Second. Ignoring the voices and unpleasant expressions of these people, Xiao Zheng continued to say. After each battle, half of the spoils must be handed over to me and distributed by me. As long as you agree to these 2 conditions, I can let you join my team. Within my ability, I can protect your lives. What? Before Xiao Zheng could finish speaking, a few people kept exclaiming and talking loudly. What are you joking about? It's okay to follow your orders and hand over half of the spoils, that's impossible. Yeah. These treasure chests were all hard-earned by us, why give them to you? Yeah. These treasure chests should belong to us. With these treasure chests, we can also become stronger. Go. Only fools are willing to join his team. We can also form a team. Not bad, we can also team up. A group of people were discussing, and immediately more than half of them turned around and left. Zheng Lei's face was also a bit ugly, but he still walked up to Xiao Zheng and said. Xiao Zheng, are your conditions too harsh? Everyone is classmates, Classmate. Xiao Zheng interrupted Zheng Lei's words and said, the world is changing, and even family members will turn their swords against each other. What did the classmate calculate again? If it weren't for me. Do you think these people can still live? Okay. Zheng Lei also let out a deep sigh, he was very clear that what Xiao Zheng said was right. If it weren't for him this time, this group of people would definitely become food in the mouths of these fallen demons. I still want to go home. If there's a chance in the future, let's meet again. Since that's the case, then let's say goodbye. Xiao Zheng nodded and turned to leave. He also has his own plan to carry out. Who knows? As soon as he left, 2 people followed him. Xiao Zheng. We are willing to join your team. Oh.